No, we're not, Shell. We're gonna play Picross.
Oh. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay. We're playing Picross.
So I specifically tried to practice Picross on my phone the past couple days.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't work. I should probably elucidate, but I'm mildly distracted. So, specifically...
Well, you're also playing with different rule sets. There was one rule set where it's almost like Minesweeper, where if you choose the wrong block, you just...
Yeah,
it's
and
game over
supposedly
and it
that's a
starts over.
common rule set?
Mm-hmm.
But so, like, I downloaded a bunch of mobile apps to play Picross, because, like, I don't know, it seemed like phones would be a good way to play... It's either Picross or Nonograms. I've had multiple people yelling at me that it's one or the other, and it's really funny because it's actually both. But the as usual, the internet can't accept that there are multiple names for things. Anyway, so yeah, I downloaded a bunch of Nonogram games on my phone, and I just had to stop because they kept spitting out these obnoxious as hell, like just horrid ads for... Okay. We don't actually know. Yeah. No, you're right. I was having trouble counting that out.
111-1.
But
I wanted to do that.
Yeah, sorry. So like, it straight up was like just dumping 30-second long ads of like thinly veiled porn games at me.
Ew.
And it was just like, what the like, you even looked over at some point, and I was just like, she's gonna notice her porn dar is running.
Nah, you had
tilts.
your phone a little bit more closely guarded. And no, I do not have porn dar. What it is Wander, if ever he's reading a manga, and I happen to take notice that he's, reading something, and I come over to see what's happening, I somehow always show up just as he's turning the page and there's some very fan servicey, image of a girl, scantily clad or doing something unsavory. And it's just like, and I go, Wander, what are you reading? And he goes, this is literally the first time it's happened in this manga. How? Because, I obviously assume that that's what the whole manga's about, just from the one image that I've seen, or the one page. And I go, oh no. I know that everyone's been gushing about Beastars, but our first impressions have been,
It's one of those where it's like, I like the idea of it. I like how real it feels compared to most anime.
But we hadn't even gotten to the second episode, and one character was like, okay, I'm just gonna unclothe undress myself in front of you because I clearly know what you want from me. And we're just like, oh gosh, no, he's not like that. Why are you making assumptions?
I made a mistake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's just very unfortunate. It's just my luck. I sometimes use it when I'm trying to select novels. If I'm reading the premise and the back cover and maybe a bit of the first chapter, and I go, yeah, this sci-fi or fantasy novel looks cool. Let me flip to a page in the middle. More often than not, I just happen to flip to a page where there's some raunchy scene going on or some extreme gore, and I go, ooh, no. And then I can close the book and search for something else. It's just uncomfortable. Because for me, I really like science fiction and fantasy for the adventure, for the interactions between different alien species, and the politics and the world building and the interpersonal struggles and such. But, and like, obviously characters are going to fall in love and some might be intimate and such, but it's a little uncomfortable reading about it or having to witness it. Especially if it gets really graphic. I'm fine with milder stuff, but oof.
Says the person who told me Hyperion was good.
I skipped that chapter, pretty much.
She'll had this book that she would always talk about every once in a while, being like, man, this is a really good book. And I'll be like, okay, maybe I'll try it at some point. Finally sat down to read it. I'm just like, oh my god, what is up with this thing?
Okay, I was slightly obsessed with the Shrike because I thought it was a really cool monster. My friends had gushed about the book, and I found it at a book sale for $1. And I said, you know what, I'm going to read this Hyperion Cantos. It sounds interesting. And what's interesting about it is it's a book where you have these 7 characters, and they all want to go to this one place to encounter this one, for all intents and purposes, godlike, demonic, between time and space death machine of a creature. And I suppose groups of people can approach it, and they're able to get one wish, and each of them obviously have something that they're wishing for. Donut. You found Donut.
I found Donut.
They all have something that they're going to wish for. And because they're all traveling together as this pilgrimage, eventually they sit around a campfire and they start telling their stories. You know, what's your history? What are you going to wish for when you encounter the Shrike? But there's one thing that you need to know about the Shrike. The Shrike, he grants one person in the pilgrimage's wish, and he kills everyone else. That's part of the deal, I suppose. But yeah, it was interesting having an anthology of different stories of these different characters. But it was definitely it could be gory at times.
There was just one, like...
There was that one scene with the characters rolling around in the sand.
Yeah. That's a real simple version of it.
Well, I mean, you can't say rolling around in the hay because they're in the middle of a desert, so...
Effectively, I just was reading and I was like, this is kind of weird. And then it was just like one extremely hardcore scene, and I'm just like, okay, this got strange fast. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm looking for gimmies. I'm not getting a whole lot of gimmies here.
Yeah, if there's a story that's intriguing enough, I might be able to fast forward through some scenes or flip over a page of a book, and then I'll progress with it. I suppose I should stop talking about story synopses and go back to helping you figure these out. Yeah,
somewhat.
If I could bring my mouse pad over here, then I could take the reins every once in a while.
You could.
But this one seems to be a lot of low denominations.
Yeah,
it's a little bit more difficult.
Because it's a lot of small numbers in a very big area. And
okay, well, one thing I should point out, you see how the top row is 4 on the left?
Yeah.
And you notice the 2 middle numbers? Or, like, you know how there's the 3, 3, 3, 5, 5 for the top?
Yeah.
The 4 is most likely going to be in
It's probably going to be, yeah. The 3, especially the
With
3,
those
5,
two.
5, and 4. But
You can't make...
it's probably not the 4, actually.
No, because there's only 2 sections.
Yeah, so it's probably these. It's an educated guess that seems like it would be a good idea. I'm just not sure if I trust it.
Mm-hmm. No, that's true.
Also, it's not the 5.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Because if it was here, it can't connect. These are immutable. These are the only ones we know for certain. And so if I...
okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Because that 8 and that 8... So you just need to figure out where in that 8 row
Yeah.
the 5 has to be.
Yeah, so actually, it can't be either of these.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is... So, in fact, it actually can't be any of these, so it's over here.
How many... If you notice how it's 5, 1, 1, 1, 1, how many 1s with spaces between them can you put in that row?
This one?
Yeah.
Too many. It's only 4 1s that would take up 8 spaces total. Like it's absolutely that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's that. I think I had set that up earlier and I was like, maybe not.
Which means that for that 2...
Oh, it's got to be this.
Oh, it's like a zipper pattern?
Kind of. Except we don't know past this point.
Oh, well, because that's a 2,
Yeah.
It is suspect. Wait, so you have the 3, 4, 1, 1, 1. You'll have to put the ones... Oh. Yeah. Wander, why don't you put the ones next to them?
Which ones?
Go down.
These?
See how it's always 2, 2, 2
Oh.
for those rows? It just makes sense that that would be how the pattern goes.
But it could be over here?
No, because see how it's 3, 4, 1, 1, 1 for that middle row? That's
yeah,
pattern.
it makes sense. But you could still have it over here because we have a 5 and a 1 and 1. So like there's no guarantee that it's actually this. Especially because this alternates here a bit.
But Carl, that has to be 2, 2, 2.
This?
Yeah,
But
it just
could be 2.
It conveniently skips for each row, though.
I know. I'm just... Your educated guesses are good and probably correct, but they've messed us up, and I don't want to put anything
What
down.
do you mean by they've messed us up?
Well, on the last puzzle, we made an educated guess, and it was wrong, and it took me a fair bit of time to undo some of it.
Oh, well, I was chatting about Hyperion, so I didn't...
Yeah.
Didn't inform me about that.
I mean, it didn't matter. So this one's a 2. We know this one concretely has to be a 2. Which is why I want to lock that one off. But like this one, for example, 1 and a 1 and a 2. So this could still be a 2 right here.
Mm-hmm.
And that actually still looks like a decent pattern. Or it could be one of the 1s. And without full information, it's really tough for me to say, like, yeah. Whereas this one, 3, 6. So that locks off here. Which means that's the one there. Still don't know where the 7 is. Oh, we do, because that's the 3.
So...
And this is a 6.
You can probably add one more block to the end of that 7.
Yeah. Okay.
Which means that's the 2.
Here?
No, all the way to the right, Wander.
Here?
Yeah. That and that has to be the 2. For the 2 and 5, right?
No. Because we could actually have a 2 and a 5 right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, again, your deduction is very possibly correct.
Oh, but that 8, though.
Yeah. It would make sense. Except for this is 7 right here. So yeah, it might not actually...
It might not be any of those.
Yeah, so it could be this one here. Most likely is that. In fact, it has to be. Because
So-
it can't be these over here.
Mm-hmm.
Because this 2 is here. Because otherwise this would have been a 3.
So then that's the first 3 for the 311. On the right?
Which one?
Yeah, right there.
This one? Yeah. Yeah. I was filling it out.
This looks drippy, whatever it is.
Yeah. And this is part of the reason why I'm so insistent on making sure everything is correct. See?
Mm-hmm.
Because logical reasoning has merits in this game, but you have to make sure that you don't...
Oh, but then that means that can't be right.
What do you mean?
The 3. Unless we have spaces between.
Which 3 where?
Go down. See how it's 2, 2, 3?
This one?
So that means 3 has to be from the edge.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a space, which means that has to be filled.
Yep. And there's a 2 somewhere in here.
Mm-hmm. But that means I think my pattern is correct.
Let's see. Their column is done. This column is done. That's probably the one there. I just don't...
But you don't know which 2 that is?
Well, this is a 1.
It has to be a 1.
Yeah, so that's got to be the 2, which means that's got to be the 1.
This is a peculiar looking shape.
Yep. So yeah, your pattern is probably very correct here. We can probably go with that. So the only question is...
Well, if it's 1, 1, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
It's a whatever the hell that is.
A candy bar.
Nope, that... Too big. Let's see. So we're looking for anything... Gosh. Okay.
There's a lot of 111s.
Yeah, there is.
1111. Oh, hey, that might be a good one.
Which one?
You see the one that is 1221?
This one?
How many spaces can you...
No. Just a little too much wiggle room.
Mhm.
Yeah. Close, though.
How about the 421?
Still too much wiggle room.
Still too much wiggle room. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. That's no good.
On the plus side, the top and the bottom are fairly cleared out, so once we get that, it gets a little easier. The easiest way to do this is by working edges, but I'm not seeing any, like, convenient edges here.
This is a... Yeah, it's just a little too wide, so all of those ones that are nicely spaced. Hey, you see how there's the 141?
This one. We don't know.
But you don't know.
Yeah. So I'm working for this one, because this 6 is immutable. There has to be either 4 here, or it has to be centered around it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to build off of this 6, because we know for a fact these blocks are here. So for this one, this is a 4 and a 4. So we know for a fact there's at least 3 blocks here. Now, it could be here, or it could be here. But we don't know the rest, unfortunately, so I'm just working off of that.
Well, then you know that one spot would be X'd, right?
This one? Or this one?
That one.
We don't know if that's X, because it could be this. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, we almost know. Let's see. So, because this is a 4-2-1, that's got to be a 4.
Oh, okay.
Because...
Then that means it has to be 2.
Probably, yeah. And then the 1
will
is
have to be
one of those. Yeah. Okay, so let's find something else. Let's see. So there's the 6 as part of the 3-6. Okay. Well, we know this is 1s, so that's easy to sort. We just don't know which one that is. This is part of the 3, but the 3 could be this, could be this.
Yep.
But we know that's an X right there. Which actually makes this really easy because now we have that 1. That means we have that 1. Which means we have this 2.
And you still can't figure out that 4-4. Who knows how far apart that goes.
How much does this game cost anyway? You know, I actually don't know.
You know what? Wonder?
Yeah?
I mean, that could be the one.
No, that didn't work.
What you looking for?
I want to
The
actually
cost?
see how much this game costs. But, I don't know. Let's see. So that's a 6. Well,
Which is why I was wondering if that was the final one. On the right?
over here. What?
There?
It's one of these two. If that's what you're talking about over here.
No. The one down there.
This one? Oh, like right here?
Because you just have that 2, which means that the final one has to be one of those 2.
Yeah. But, again...
It could be that 1-1 at the bottom.
Yeah, it's a 50-50, and this is a game that guessing, because this is old school nonogram.
It means you'd have to reformulate the
Yeah.
entire
So I can at
thing.
least put that there. But that doesn't help too much. Finish the 3 in the bottom
Well,
left.
actually,
Not
it-
really.
Kind of. No, actually, probably not. It's a little too tall, this formation.
So this one here has got to be part of the 4. So I can put that there. Okay, so yep, now we can. Okay, but we don't know more about that one. This music is so freaking chipper, it's actually stressing me out a little bit.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Are there any other, like, easy ones to work with? Nope. We just got to keep building off of this extremely tight situation. Oh, this has got to be the 2. Which means that's locked off.
That's
Which
a
means
relief.
that can't be a thing.
Yeah, that has to
This
be
is the
locked.
2. So there we go.
Well, then you know that corner is off
That's a
limits
2.
as well.
So this is a 2. What? Why? Oh, yeah, you're right, you're right. Ah.
This might take a while.
Yeah, this might. And this isn't even one of the really hard ones. The problem is we just need really good gimmies.
Even
to get
even
started?
just a couple rows.
Yeah. Like, aside a single dot against an edge makes all the difference in this game.
Yeah, because that 6 is... It could be either direction. Pretty much. It's interesting how that one top row only has a 2.
Yeah. Yeah, the top and the bottom.
Which makes me think that it has to be the 3 and the 4 up at the top. Potentially. But yeah, you wouldn't know that. I wonder where that 3-5 one is.
So you got 5 to the 6. We have an inkling.
Yeah, the reason why I thought that 2 could be in the 4 and the 3 is because they could have they have the longest columns, but we did 3, 2. That would still be. There'd be
that's
too
a
much
good point,
space.
though.
Huh?
With the 6, we can put these 2 squares here.
Ah, that really helps.
They do bring up a good point, because previously I just only could have it on these 2 spaces because it could be 6 or 6, but since we locked this off, if we wanted to have a 6 here, these 2 need to be filled out. You're right. Dead brain.
Okay.
So
at this point, that means that you can block off those, because that would have to be the 1.
Yeah. And so would this one.
So would that one.
Okay, so that makes that a little easier. Kinda.
Oh, hey, that means that this probably. Maybe not.
Yeah, but it could be here
It could be
or
there.
here.
Oh, because that one is 4-4.
Yeah, because it could be down here and then over here.
Mm-hmm. You're right. Wait, but then where's the 1?
Here?
Oh,
The one would be over
it
here.
Could be anyone.
Because the one is in either of these 2 spots.
Either of those 2 spots.
And the 2 is on either of these 2 spots. And until we actually get closer to that one, we don't know. One thing I can say, though, is that.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's 2 unaccounted for ones on this, and only enough space for 2 over on this side, then 1 right here. Which should make this a little easier.
But doesn't that mean it can't be here? It can't be there, the 1.
Correct.
Because that 4 is there.
No, because it could actually be these 4 plus this. Yeah. Yeah, it's sneaky.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's see. So this is a 4. So that's got to be that, which means these are locked off. This is
Where's
a 5.
that 5? Yeah, so the 5 has to extend.
Yeah, but we don't know if it extends down because it very well could be one of the 1s. Oh, hi. We got a 2 right here.
Mm-hmm. So that means it has to be.
Yeah.
It could be the 1.
Yeah, that could be the 1, and the 5's right above it. We'll keep chipping away. Let's see. Does mean we can block this off because this has to be part of the 2. We don't. We just don't know which direction the 2 extends. Let's see. No closer on this 6. We're narrowing down the 1, which is quite nice. Let's see. Okay. That was a 1. That was a 1. Hold up. 1, 2. No.
I wonder where those 2s are going to end up. It makes sense if that 2... See how it's 1, 1, 2, 2?
This one?
If the 4s have to be part of the 2s.
Possibly, yeah. It's a toughie. It's not an impossible toughie. It's just hard. I'm gonna be so mad if we get, if we, like, fill it out and it's like, you're wrong. And it's like, no! We worked so hard! Got so far, but in the end, it didn't even matter.
Yeah, you see, I just don't think that's part of the 4. Immediately up there.
This one?
That's probably part of the 5. And the thing is, you have to have at least a space between.
But we don't know if these two are connected, because this could be the 1.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my beat. We can for sure put a piece there, because if this is the 5, then it would have to extend this way, and if it's not part of the 5, then it keeps going up, which does make that a little easier at least, because we know where that one is. Kind of.
Yeah, I was just very suspicious of the 2-2-1-1 pattern and where it would fall.
Yeah. But we could have, like, 2-2.
But it could be either one of those.
Yeah.
And then that means the 1 could be moved over.
Yeah, the 1 could be moved over. But we know these squares are immutable.
Those 3?
Yeah, these 3 cannot be moved. Because we can do that, or we could do that, and then these would move over. So I'm going to erase these, but I'm going to leave these here. At the very least.
Which means that has to be the 4. Or, no. Yeah, it has to be the 4.
Yeah. So that has to be... So that's good. And this is part of the 4, so that's got to be filled in. Which means that's the 1. Oh.
Which means the 5 has to stick in there somewhere.
Yeah, but we still don't know, because this could be the 5 right here.
But look at that, how it's a 2 in the 1-1-2-2 row. So it can't be that one if that...
This one? Oh, you're right.
It can't.
Okay, so that's the 5.
Which means that 1 has to be down there, which means it blocks off that entire row.
Yep. Because if this is a 3, it can extend up or down. Okay. This is a 4, this is a 2, but we don't... Oh, we do. That helps. It falls into place. Oh. There we go.
Okay.
Which means that has to be the 6.
There we go.
That has to be the
Got
3.
past the roadblock.
These are all done. Oh, that is a satisfying feeling.
So that means that 4 has to be... That one has to be filled in.
Yeah. Okay. We're making great strides here. So we know that's there. Let's see.
Know where those other
that's a
spaces are
3.
immediately.
So we don't know where that is. This is a 4.
Wait, but if that has to be 3,
Oh,
then
wait,
you know
no,
where that
sorry.
goes.
This has to be here. Which means that's done. Sorry, I forgot there was a 4 below. But stop. No!
No, what did you do?
What did you do?
I was gonna fill in that 3.
Please don't without telling me you're taking control.
Okay,
Because
fine.
I'm still moving the mouse, and because you're using a trackpad.
I'm not using a trackpad, I'm using a mouse.
Oh. Well, one way or another, if you're clicked in and I'm still... Like, you click and I'm still moving the mouse around... Okay, so I think that's everything. But, yeah, be very careful when you take control,
Can
because
you
if I don't...
that 3 so I'm not looking at it?
Which one? This
there,
one?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. We know that's a 1. It's going to be a 3. So this is a 1, which means that's there, which means that's done. That's done. Okay. That's locked off. Let's see. Gotta be a 3. There's gotta be a 1 in there. We have to have the 1 there.
So that's the 2.
Which means that's the 2. So this whole thing's done.
Which means that's the 3 over there on the top right. Or left, sorry.
I mean, for both of them.
Yep.
That's a 1, which means that's a 1.
That's the 3.
Which means that's the 1, and that's the 3. And we're done with whatever the hell this thing is.
A pen pot.
Sure.
Wait, we have all of these open?
Yeah.
Please, no! I want to go with...
But
We're
memories, Shell.
Oh, right.
If we wanna get the good ending. I mean, we honestly don't have to.
No, I do want to get the good ending for poor little Scout. It's just that...
Think of it this way.
I like interspersing story with this, but because we weren't doing these while we were doing the story, or did all of these unlock because we had done the story?
No, well, yes. You unlock them periodically over the course of the story.
So we should do these as we unlock them.
Yeah, but
so
this is all from the
a
first chapter.
A giant mega session of just Picross.
Yeah, so the problem is, this is all from the first chapter. This is much easier, though, I will say.
Because there are a lot of large numbers, yes. Because look at those rows where it's 10-1, 9-1, 9-2-1, 4-10.
Yeah, so this one's big and kind of easy as a result. Because, like, I can just fill in broad swaths left and right here. Like,
oh, you can fill in everything between those then. See how there's the 10, 10, 9 on the far right?
This one? Yeah.
Yeah, so everything in between has to be filled.
Because that one's locked up. This is a 3.
Yeah.
I made a goof. Let's see. Which means...
Okay, that looks good.
There's that.
Oh, you can probably do 7 from the right.
This one? Yeah. Which means this is a 3. There's going to be a 2 in there.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Okay, 5.
This is a 5. Which means that's a 5. That's a 2. That has to be a 6. That's done.
4. Right there.
Right there, yep. Like I said, it's a little...
if that 6 is only a 6 row, then that's done.
Both of those are done. So it means that's done. Which means this is locked off. That's done. This is a 7.
So the 9 has to extend up from
That's
that point on the right, Wander.
This is a 2. This is done. This one? Yeah.
No. Oh, I mean, it works, but also right, up.
This one?
Right. That row.
Ah.
See how that has to be 9?
Yeah.
And the 7 has to extend up from that bottom, too.
Yep, just filling it in. Much faster. Much easier.
So the 4 and the 1. We just need to figure out where that next one's going to be. See?
Uh-oh.
Wait, did you mess up?
Possibly. This need... Oh, wait, no.
There's, like, spaces.
We're good. Which means that has to be there and that has to be there.
Woo! What
yeah,
is
I
it?
just miscounted.
You
It's a
found
fax machine.
Fax machine.